Are we live? Are we live? I'll probably put this down some. Ugh. Jeez. Oh crap, I don't want that. I don't want to be able to hear that. There we go. That'll work. Is there anybody in here? Hello. Last minute live stream setup. Woohoo, fun! Put that there. Where is everybody? I think you're all in there. Let me view this on my channel. Oh, there we go. Hey guys. Multiple camera angles. Woo! Look, I'm really pale in one camera and like really saturated in the other. I kind of like the bottom right camera. Like I like all tan and sexy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We've got computer stuff here, and because I haven't been able to find the time, and with me going to Vegas this weekend and all that stuff, I haven't had the opportunity to put together the video on, you know, basic how to build a computer. So I figured people who want to learn how to build a computer can watch as I build. Look at the top left camera right here. And then this camera over here is free so that you can see my ugly face. And we can, you know, zoom in on things we want to talk about, or we can take a look at you guys over there. And you can take a little JayzTwoCents studio tour in here. And there's the mystery closet. What's in the closet? Nobody knows. And then there's my rig over there that I've been working on, doing a little work and stuff too. And then there's the new keyboard, the phone, and there's the other cam. Oh look, cam on cam action. Look at that. Ooh. And you guys are tweeting and stuff. So remember, you can tweet questions. You can write them here on YouTube. And I do have a friend that's coming here shortly. He's on his way right now. If you guys remember when I did the live stream of the how to water cool your computer, Jake, yeah, he's coming back. He's going to help field those questions, and he's going to kind of be working this camera a little bit to kind of get in there and, you know, show you guys what we're doing. And should be a lot of fun and educational. And I want to see how fast I can do this build properly, because I don't want to, one, throw it together so fast that you guys can't see it, but two, I remember when Woody's Gamertag live stream. Okay, I gotta mute this now. I remember when Woody's Gamertag live streamed his computer build. It took him like 8 hours. I was like, oh my god, 8 hours, and there was nothing custom about his build at all. So anyway, here we are. There's 100 of you in here. We're gonna live stream how to build a computer, and I want to fix the color saturation on this bottom right camera because I really look like a redneck. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a redneck. I'm serious. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I just want to look a little more normal. There we go. We're normal. And you're in there, and I'm out here. And what do you say? We build some computers and stuff here. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that screen. We're going to go over the parts that I picked here. I'm going to do the best I can. As you guys can see, your comments and stuff are over here. And I'm working way over here. So you're over there. I'm over here. See that distance right there? That makes it difficult. That's why Jake is coming to give me a hand with this. So we'll go ahead and start. Before he gets here, we'll go over the parts that I'm using, why I chose the parts that we're using, and we'll get some of your questions out of the way. For starters, we've got here an LG basic DVD drive. And the reason why we have that is this is going, and you guys might have a hard time hearing me because my mic is also way over there. And I don't dare use any of these onboard mics. Oh my god, no way. So the mic is way over there, and I'm going to do the best I can for you guys to be able to hear me. But anyway, basic DVD drive, because the primary purpose of this build is it's a work computer. But it's a work computer that may occasionally play some games, and so we didn't go extremely powerful. And you might notice that these parts are nearly identical. In fact, they're almost exactly identical to the build. Some of the reviews I did with UD3 and all that stuff, because the buyer liked it so much, he's building a second one for his business partner. So that's what this is. Although we chose a different case
for his build. AMD FX 8350, and that has nothing to do with me being any sort of an AMD fanboy. Trust me, I'm not. You guys saw that I was getting ready to go Intel for my birthday, and I didn't because I'm going to hold out for Haswell to come out. The reason why I went with this AMD 8-core is because the requirements the buyer told me is, look, I have a ton of programs open at all times. Lots and lots of programs. For his business and accounting and just lots of stuff. So I figured for that price range, instead of going with the i5, I chose to just go with the 8-core because the 8-core is a workhorse when it comes to dealing with multiple applications and multi-threaded programs, which he does use. We went with the 8-core. Graphics-wise, once again, we are going with the HD 7870 from MSI. It's the dual fan. It's the dual fan layout, and it's a very good overclocking graphics card. We're not going to overclock this, but it is capable. It's very, very gaming ready. It is a 1050 megahertz edition, so it's a very good graphics card. But when it comes to speed, he said, I want fast. So that's why we're going with the Samsung 840 500 gigabyte SSD right there. You can't deny the SSD. This particular one came with the installation kit, which is funny because I didn't need that, and I didn't order the installation kit. Whatever. We are running Windows 7 64-bit. The Hyper 212 CPU cooler right there because I used the V6 GT, the Cooler Master V6 GT in the other build because it looked really cool, and I thought it was a really good cooler. Unfortunately, Micro Center was out of stock on those when I went. And everybody talks so highly about the Hyper 212 Evo that's what I'm putting on here. Basically, the heat pipes on this and the cooling setup on this is very, very similar to the V6 GT. It only has one fan instead of two, and it doesn't have a plastic shroud around it. That's really the major differences that I could find. We do have, once again, the 990 FXA UD3. That stands for Ultra Durable Motherboard, solid capacitors, very moisture proof. And then we've got our CX600M 80 plus bronze by Corsair. It's a fully modular PSU. A lot of people have asked me, what is this a good gaming PSU? And my answer to them always is it's good. It's an 80 plus bronze. You're going to get 80% efficiency at max load. But if you're planning on ever even considering going with two graphics cards, don't get this because it is not SLI ready. It's only got the two PCI Express plugs, two 8-pin that break off in a 6-pin. So it's not going to work for SLI configuration whatsoever, but it will work for a lower end or mid-end to lower end gaming build where you're only going to use one graphics card that is 600 watts or less recommended. Now if you put an 8-core in there, which is 125 watt TDP, this is one of the more power hungry chips on the market, and then you put in a really power hungry graphics card like a 7970 or something, 600 is not really what I recommend. So, and then memory, we're going once again with the 16 gigabyte kit, dual channel kit of the Ballistix, Crucial Ballistix 600 megahertz. So those are the parts. I'm going to come over here real quick and I'm going to check some of your comments and see what we've got here. Let's see here. Death Crush said he just installed the Evo 212 and it cut your temps in half. Yeah, bro, I've heard really good things about this card, so I really, really, really want to use it. Or not card, the cooler, and I really want to use it. And if you guys follow me on Twitch, I never do anything PC-wise without my Arnold Palmer. Here it is in my Starbucks cup. Jake is bringing me Starbucks, so don't judge me at all. Seriously. Someone wants to know what depth load temps are. Yeah, tell me what that is. A lot of you guys are asking right now about best builds. I'm not going to be able to answer those questions right now because I'm going to be focused on this build, so I'm not going to be able to mentally put technical thoughts together like that and do any sort of research. Because you gotta understand, you could spend $2,000 in many different ways. So it really depends. I mean, you could spend $2,000 and go SLI on lower end cards. You can go the single high end GPU option. You could go with the 3770. You can go the 8350. You can go i5 and then go extremely high end case and water cooling. I mean, there's so many different options. It's really hard to answer those types of questions.
Overall costs on this build, it really depends on where you shop. This build right here, you know, it really depends. I mean, if you pay full retail, I mean, it could cost you as much as, you know, $1,700. It could cost you as low as $1,450, $1,500, give or take with tax. It really depends. You've got to find really good deals. Like this time around, I didn't get that great of a price on the SSD, which is probably the most expensive single part in this build, at nearly $375, simply because at the time Micro Center wasn't offering their coupons that they normally do. So it really depends on when you buy. I don't recommend anybody do any major builds right now because we're too close to the verge of new technology when it comes to your components on your computers. We're too close to Haswell. There's already rumors about the, you know, AMD's FX series with Steamroller has already made huge jumps when it comes to their core technology, and they're no longer going to be sharing cache. You're going to have 8 dedicated true cores, which is going to really change things. You've got the new 700 series that's on the cusp of being announced next month. June, right? Yeah, next month. So now is not a good time to buy. I would take any costs and stuff that you see right now and really kind of throw them out the window because it's all going to get mixed up coming up this summer. Let's see. Oh God, the questions are going so fast. Someone says, could an all-in-the-water cooling loop cool an 8350 to 5 gigahertz at a good temp? No, because do you see this loop that I'm running right here? Let's see. Do you see this water cooling loop? I've got a triple radiator up top. I've got a dual radiator on the bottom. Super powerful pump. One of the best CPU blocks on the market. I've got the best static pressure fans that I could get in there. I've even made modifications to the front of the case to get more airflow in there. And at 5 gigahertz, I'm still within 2 degrees of max thermal capacity of the cores, which is 62 degrees on AMD. It's AMD's fault for the fact that their chips can't handle the heat like Intel can, so it really reduces the amount of overhead room that you have. And in fact, just the other day, even at 4.81, I believe is where I'm at, or 4.82, something around there, I was reaching 59 degrees Celsius at load and on the cores, and I wasn't happy about that whatsoever. So it was only 3 degrees Celsius away from that 62, where above that you start to shorten life and decrease and degrade the silicon. So even I'm having some issues in the summertime. Now, granted, you guys are going to hear fans blowing, you're going to hear noise, you're going to hear birds chirping. I've got the window open because my AC broke again, and they're not going to fix it till tomorrow. And it was about 90-something degrees today, so it's warm in here. Anyway, I think somebody had asked, why did you get the 7870 gigahertz edition versus the 7870 XT? Purely cost. This isn't a gaming computer. It's a computer that we wanted him to be able to play games on should he want to, but I wasn't going to go with internal integrated APU because I'm 100% discrete graphics guru. It's the way it is. It's the way it's always going to be. So I chose the 7870 gigahertz because I thought the deal I got on this card was certainly worth it. Mr. Bob 550 says, if I'm going to overclock my processor for gaming, would you recommend water cooling? Also, are you going to make a video for overclocking Intel processors? Eventually. I don't have a current... See, when I did the $4,000 build, I didn't have enough time with it to do as much overclocking as I would have liked, let alone put together a video. You see, this stuff that I'm doing here, guys, these are customer builds, so I can't just hang on to them as long as I want. In fact, I'm got to deliver this thing on Monday. Tomorrow is my Friday, technically, because I have Friday off from work. I've got to get ready for my Vegas trip. Friday morning, I'm hitting the road, and I'm not coming back till Sunday night. And then I'm delivering it Monday morning, so I just don't have the time. There's 123 of you in here. That's pretty cool. What kind of headphones are those on the wall? These are just some cheap AKGs. They're monitor headphones that are plugged into the mic up here, and they run down through the boom and then up through the desk and back to there. I just use that when I'm doing any of my voiceover stuff for my videos, so I can hear my voice. I do have a set of Pro 40s from Unicio, which are their studio quality headphones, like actual headphones that are going to be coming for me to do a review on. Can't wait to hook those up and see how those do. And then for gaming, I've got my wireless Logitech G930s right here that are really nice, but the microphone on these are crap. So anyway, where the hell are you, Jake? I don't know if you're watching or not. Shit, let's go. Yeah, the Switch 810 is a nice case. I do really like this case an awful lot. Alex Barina says, should I cool my different hard drives or let them, they're around 42 degrees Celsius? I don't cool my hard drives. Most cases now put the intake fans on the front, right in front of the hard drive cages, so they're getting air cooling anyway. I've never water cooled hard drives, never planned to. I've also never water cooled a motherboard, and I don't plan to. Why 990FX if it's not a gaming build? Simply because it was a bundle deal. And the bundle deal made it, extremely. Let's just say it was an extremely good bundle deal. So I went ahead and took the 990FX because the next step down was the 970A, which would be perfectly fine. But I've always perfectly believed in the 990FX series when it comes to overclocking and such. When the price is right, I just go ahead and go with it. Although the MSI 970 is also a really good motherboard if you're not planning on doing any sort of crossfire or anything like that. It's the same reason why people ask me why I went with the B75 chipset on the other video I did on how to build a computer with the i5 3570K if I'm not going to overclock. Once again, it was a Micro Center bundle. And so at the prices Micro Center can offer CPUs for through bundling, I will go with the bundle. In that case, in that build, the motherboard was a little bit lacking. In this case, the motherboard is a bit overkill for what we need, but the CPU and the motherboard match it perfectly. Do you have an 8350 in my machine? Absolutely. I do have an 8350 in my machine, and I love it to death. It's able to do live stream encoding while watching videos, while playing games. All of my live streams that I do on Twitch where I'm gaming are all done on this machine internally. I'm not using a capture card of any sort. It's all being done by the processor. It's a extremely good processor for the price. And let me text Jake here real quick to see where he is. 1 second, he texted me. Sorry, he's right down the street. Okay, so I'm going to keep answering some of your questions here as you guys come and go, and then if you have to leave, come back and check. This probably will be a couple hours of live stream, mostly because it takes forever just to unbox this stuff. Yeah. Hey Jay, are you going to make this computer for someone? Did you build custom PCs as a job or what? This computer is being built for somebody. I am being paid to do this computer. I do work in IT, and I do a lot of computer repair, server maintenance. In fact, the reason why the live stream is late is because today was a server update for one of my work servers, and so I was having to finish up that before I could start the stream. So for those of you that were tweeting me saying, you're late, you're late, you're late, guess what? I was working, and I'm still here, so yeah. So many people talk shit about Logitech G35S and 930s. A USB audio in general, don't see the point in dropping hundreds for an audio setup. Q-Evil, I'm not sure what you mean. The crap I talk about my G930s is the mic quality is absolutely horrible. It's really, really bad. It only captures at 16K. And it's just, the sound quality of this is really, really poor. And Jake! Get your butt in here! No! I don't know. He's over there talking to my wife. Hey, what are you doing with my wife?
What, you jealous?
I'm jelly.
Hi.
Thank you. See, he brought me coffee like I said I would. There he is. You guys remember him from the water? What the hell are you there? There's the coffee. Screw Jake.
You guys suck.
Get a haircut, you hippie.
I know.
Alright, so here's what I've done.
Okay.
We've already talked over the parts that we're going to do.
Cool.
I've got Slack on this so that you can maneuver this around.
Okay.
And you get to work with that. I was going over some questions here. In fact, let me get the other chair so you have a chair to sit at the machine. And then we'll get started.
Hi guys.
It's live, so no penis. Did I text you too late for Jen?
Yes.
No.
You
Sorry.
texted me right as I showed up at your doorstep.
My phone was on silent because they were blowing up Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's hot because the AC's broken again.
Oh, nice. Again.
They'll fix it tomorrow. Well, they put the fan on out of balance, so it blew up the motor like in an hour.
Oh.
And that's right.
But I want the
That
picture.
That one.
All right, fine.
Oh, and I didn't show them what case I was using. Let me pull the case out real quick for them. So you guys remember on the last build I used the Fractal XLR2. This build, this guy wants a much smaller case, so I went with the Fractal again, but it's the R4, the Define R4, which happens to be much smaller than the R2. I don't know how the numerics saw that make any sense. Granted, the other one does say XL. Oops. Granted, the other one does say XL. I don't really get that, but okay. My wife is lurking in the background. Do you need something?
I said I didn't want dinner, so I'm cooking you chicken and you cooking me all of the veggies.
She's making me chicken. Okay, I just had this out. Why don't? Thank you, babe. Hey, Mark. The boxes are so much smarter than me. Let's do it this way. I don't want to break the styrofoam because I have to transport it in this.
You want two hands? Hold the box, I'll hold the case?
Yeah, you pull the case. I'll pull the box.
Okay.
I already had this out too.
That's probably why it won't come out again. Hold on.
This really is stuck.
I know, right?
There.
Oh
Nope,
my
I'm ripping the styrofoam again.
Alright, let me turn it upside down.
Yep.
Jesus. What the hell?
This
man?
is fun.
Ow!
Don't
Paper
hurt
cut! I
You
mean
did
paper scratch. I'm already injured. This is,
Kind of funny.
we can't get the damn case out of the box. And I was already making fun of Woody's gamer tag. I'm like, it took him 8 hours. I really
Here.
cut myself. Look.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent cut.
It's a sharp box. I'm suing.
Do you want to just
Fractal.
try this side?
Let me get out my blades and stuff. But I have a cooler blade. Where is it?
A blade is a blade is a blade. When it comes to
Oh
making
yeah.
a box.
If you guys are curious about my IT tool bag, by the way, figure we could do that since Linus did it. In fact, I'm gonna have to like play with the lighting here a little bit. This
you go.
camera's pointing right on.
You're pointing right on it.
So I've got my hose cutter because of Die Hard water cooler. Screwdrivers, tin snips, volt meter with cables, spare plug, files, temperature probe, if you want to know what your computer is really running at, temperature probe. Jake is currently at, well, the skin temperature is 93.3. Multi-tool screwdriver.
I'm hot.
Reason why I like this one is the nut on this. Look at that cut. I really did cut myself. Yeah, you can even see it bleeding on screen.
Yeah.
Stupid box. The nut driver on this matches the 8 millimeters that come on the the heads or sometimes a hex on the computer cases. So it matches that. Blade. The needle nose, of course. This here is a fan meter. This will tell you not only temperature, but if you put this next to your fan, it'll tell you the true CFM of what your fan is actually. Why is that frozen right there?
You're frozen.
The stream froze? Okay, there we go. So this will tell you, if you put it next to a fan, what the actual CFM as well as the humidity is, too. So I just blew 1013 CFM.
That's actually pretty decent.
So what you're telling me is I blow good.
I didn't say that.
So there's that. Scissors. Zip ties, we're going to need those. Dikes, and that's not a derogatory term. Painter's tape. Fan splitters, if I need them. Pliers. Spare PCI and slot covers. An awl. If you're going to drill holes, it's really good idea to use some sort of a punch like this to get a pilot hole or at least a dent going so you don't move your drill all over the place. So, what?
You're looking at me when you're talking. Look at the camera. You know this.
They can look at this one right here. Hi. See? So I don't have anything I can punch. Anyway, you push this down on what it is. It's spring loaded, so you push it down, and then it will actually punch. And then when it does that, it puts a hole in whatever you're going to drill, and then you can drill right through it. This is the blade I wanted. This was my Father's Day gift one year. And I've got various loose blades down at the bottom that are going to cut myself. And then I've got a 3-pin plug to a 2-pin. This is the United States plug. You guys may be looking at that going, hey, what's with the face? Yeah, you European guys, we don't have the sideways plugs. But it's a 3-prong with the ground to a 2-prong in case you're someplace where you need to plug in something and, you know, they don't have a ground. And then, of course, you've got your motherboard speaker. This is really important because motherboards nowadays generally don't come with speakers built onto them anymore. And so if you're diagnosing some sort of a problem with your PC, almost every motherboard has a beep code. And what that means is if you have bad memory, you may get 4 beeps. If you got CPU error, you may get 1 beep followed by a long beep followed by a pause. But if you don't have this plugged in, then you can't hear that beep, obviously. So I always carry one of those with me. Since I now have monsoon fittings, I have my monsoon fitting tool for that right here. Teeny, teeny, tiny little screwdriver. I don't really know why I have that. Electrical tape, can't be without that. The handle to my files, pencil, and then more blades and stuff. So for this build, I need pliers, needle nose. I'm going to need electrical tape, dikes, this blade, and the multi-tool. That should be all I need. And this is really sharp. This is really dangerous the way I left this like this. See, if Jake were to stick his finger in there right now and I were to actually, you know, do that, this would be like a cigar cutter on his finger. It's extremely sharp. Like, actually feel that blade. I'm not going to... There.
Okay.
Feel that blade. You can shave with that.
Yeah, that's pretty sharp.
So I use that to cut the tubing when I'm doing water cooling stuff. This is just a little husky multi-tool, very, very small Torx heads and Phillips and flatheads and such. And zip ties, we'll need that. And these are the tools I'm going to be using for this build. So yeah, I did have a couple of questions every now and then of people asking me what kind of tools I use when I'm working on computers. And it's funny, Linus just did a video this week actually of the tools and stuff he carries, and that's mine. So now we got to cut the bottom of this box. See what the hell happens here. I'll cut off my finger. And I've said on live stream before and on reviews that I'm going to put away knives and stuff when I'm done with them because I cut myself. And I swear to God, I can't believe getting the case out of the box. I've already sliced the shit out of my finger. Look at that. Jay's is a klutz. There's no other way to put it. One up.
I'll kick this side.
Kick.
Push.
Well, I'm gonna push.
Oh.
So you pull. Holy shit! Okay, I'll pull the box. You pull the case. I can't believe this is a 2-man removal. I hope you guys are getting a goddamn kick out of this. Holy fuck! Dude,
I'm straight up pulling this thing.
dude, this is not.
Here, go ahead.
Okay. Dude, look at this. I'm sweating.
That was funny.
It's still not out though.
Well, it's coming. There you go. And now you guys can see the case.
Yes.
Finally.
That was actually pretty funny. I'm glad you guys got to experience that. I'm one of those guys that a lot of things, when they can go wrong, will go wrong. Yeah, that's kind of my mantra, if you will. So this is, as I was saying about 10-15 minutes ago, this is the Fractal R4. It is a mid-tower case. The XLR2 was a full tower. So size comparison wise, let me hold this up to the NZXT because the Fractal R2 XL was about the same dimensions as the NZXT. And if I put them next to each other now, you can see the size difference. Can you see that? Yeah, I guess you can. But this is wider. This case is wider than the NZXT though. It is super wide. Let's see. Anyway. Okay. So what I'll have you do is obviously the camera and then the questions that people are asking. So make some room here.
Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I apologize, guys.
Step 2, dim cases.
Yeah, right?
I'm sorry, but that was funny. I will rewatch that. I might even highlight that and make a video out of it.
That was funny.
Put some funny music to it. JayzTwoCents trying to get a case up out of the box. Turns out to be dangerous, and there's an injury involved. So, already gone over the parts.
Cool.
While you were getting us coffee. I'm gonna take my chances, and I'm not gonna bench test this. I'm just gonna build it.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And I might go and get the other fan soon, because it is hot. Okay. Put this way for you. Right now you have all kinds of stuff. Thanks. I want something to put down on my case. Let me get a towel real quick, or on my table.
So, while he's gone, I'm gonna tell you my life story. I was born, and then I did some stuff. Now I'm here.
Who cares? You kind of look like FPS Russia right there. Like with the angle you were at.
He's back.
You look like
Did you guys like my life story? I worked on that a lot.
Do a draw my life. Draw a sad face, and then you're done.
Yep. I just hit this button. Do I need to do anything?
No, it's fine. What I'm going to do too, though,
Can
while
I hit
you're
it again?
I don't know if it'll stop it or not.
Oh.
What I want to do too, though, while you're doing questions, is I'm going to kind of set it on the corner right here.
Okay.
So it's just another angle into the case.
Cool.
Because this needs to be angled back some.
So you want me to get the backside?
Look at this.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but it's like bubbled up right there. There.
Yeah, but
It's all soundproofed. It's like dyno-matted.
it's actually
Look how heavy it is.
Oh wow! I need
It's
some
actually
hands.
it's actually not as heavy as the R2
Okay.
was.
Wow.
The R2 was massively heavy.
Oh, you got stuff.
Hardware. Zoom in on this. I love how the case fans on these actually come in nicely sleeved. Very nicely sleeved.
That is actually nice.
Fractal should sell these fans individually. They look like exactly the same fans that NZXT has,
Mm-hmm.
but they're. I've compared them side by side, and these are quieter. That's for sure. Okay, so everything's already run down there.
Going over here.
Yeah, we'll just let this camera here handle that view right now, and then you can leave that one there, and I'll work that one.
Okay.
Then I'll let you ask questions. All right, guys, Jake's going to move over to the computer now. Ask your tech questions. I'll try and answer them while I'm working. And we're now officially starting the build. How do you like that keyboard, huh?
Oh, I forgot. I want to check this thing out. Update automatically. There are 20 new comments, and I cannot see them.
You have to, like, wiggle the mouse inside there, too.
Wow.
It feels nice, huh?
This is a lot better than your Razor.
I know. That's why it's in the closet.
Can I have it?
No,
I'm
my
just
dad
kidding.
actually wants it.
I have a laptop. I don't need it.
Yeah. I just want these out of the way. I'll find out.
This is a...
Look at how much drive storage they give you in here.
How many drives do they want you to be using?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Does anyone have a 7790? My friend does. He doesn't really use it all that much. How much did we get our 3570K for? The i5?
You guys got the motherboard and the processor for $210.
Yeah.
That's why when people were like, "Oh, you want the B75?" Blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, just barely $200 for both. Come on.
Yeah. That's why I needed to bring that up, Krez. Is that how
already
you say
did.
your name? Yeah, oh Krez. That's it.
I already mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
People were throwing a fit over the motherboard I chose for your brother.
Honestly, that motherboard,
How's that computer run today?
oh, it's freaking great.
Yeah.
In fact, it's coming up on a cleaning time, but hasn't needed one since. Hasn't been giving us any problems whatsoever.
How's that? Damn it.
Perfect.
Crash. I'll put the blinds on there. Now you know why Jay's is always buying new stuff.
Now you know why I need to come here and supervise him.
There. We got 2 internal angles. Ooh, look at that. Okay. So these are the standoffs that it comes with. What I like about Fractal is they give you this little, I don't know if you guys can really see this, they give you this little cap that you put on here. So it goes over the top of the standoff. Oh, well, you can actually see that. It goes over the top, and then you use that to screw it down into the motherboard. Since we are using an ATX motherboard here, I'm going to use the ATX slot holes that are marked. Tighten those bad boys down. So what are people saying?
They like my life story.
131 people in here. I need to start doing more live tech stuff like this because I usually get about 50 or so in Tech Talk. But now that I'm building a computer, I think people are in here for the educational value.
Well, hey, you can do a how to clean a laptop computer.
I should do a how to replace thermal paste and do it on yours. It probably needs it.
Yeah. It probably needs thermal paste.
Your shit gets really, really hot.
Yes.
You'll never have kids.
We're talking.
Just saying.
We're talking like 170 degrees in mine. I mean, it gets.
Oh, you're talking about Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember
Celsius
when you, Nick, and I were in here playing, and you turned on your laptop.
Yeah.
Even though Nick and I gaming computers were already going, you turned on the laptop, the temperature rose like 10 degrees in this room.
Yeah.
It was silly. This is actually the part I hate most, and that's what I loved most about that NZXT that the one I used for the 4000 build. That remember the standoffs were already mounted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the standard ATX were. If you had a MATX,
Oh, I remember that.
or you had an XL one.
Mark, how do I know Jake? Wait, no, how do I know Jay's? About 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, we started playing paintball together.
I was like, I'm missing a standoff. It was in the crease of my hand.
Look what...
I have massive hands. He's Arnold. I have massive hands. Look at this. Look at these hands. They fly choppers.
Anyways, back to what I'm saying, because I'm more interesting than Jay.
I don't know about that.
Everyone likes my life story, by the way. Again, I said that.
Well, it was fast. YouTube likes attention span. Hello.
Yeah, they loved it. We started paintballing, and we have lots of common interests, like video games.
We're talking speedball, by the way.
Yes,
not like
woods ball.
we
tournament
did do
paintball.
scenario a few times.
A couple times.
Yeah, but we didn't have this stamina those scenario guys did. We'd go out there and we're like, we're used to those fast games, not running through trenches.
No endurance, just blow up your energy real quick and then leave it in 2 minutes.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've been really wondering with now 17 months of personal training how I would do on the field again.
Then let's play a game.
I need to borrow it again.
So do I. I don't have a paintball gun right now. I have a gold Tippmann 98 custom with an AK-47 body kit on it.
Custom, baby, custom. Why'd you sell your car?
Why did I sell it?
Yeah.
Because it's a wonderful car and nothing at all is wrong with it. If Jessie is watching this by any chance. If she isn't, then because the motor mounts are bad.
So, there's a while there, real quick, I'm just going to say, there was this running joke going at my wife's work that she kept showing up in new cars all the time. And the joke was, every time I needed tires, we'd buy a new car.
Yeah.
Right, Jenny?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. You told me.
You still ask me, when are you going to buy another car?
When I need tires.
I need tires.
Okay, so the engine mounts are bad. The door locks went out. The alignment is off. And when I'm talking about alignment, I'm not talking about like a quick free alignment that you can go do at an auto parts store. I'm talking like I need a camber kit and an alignment kit done. Just a whole bunch of $100 parts that need to go into that car, but I don't want to do it, and frankly, it's a waste of my time.
I/O plate goes here, obviously. You want to look at your motherboard to make sure you orient it the right way, by the way.
You might want to show them actually how to do that.
I'm going to right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the stuff out of there.
box. Do me a favor, take the motherboard out of this for me. Don't shock it this time.
Yeah. On my brother's PC build that we did, the last PC build we did, I accidentally shocked myself on his motherboard. No! It was the $4,000 build.
Yeah,
huh?
you touched the speaker, which was,
Yeah.
you were lucky.
Yeah.
How big this motherboard is. I love this motherboard.
Because I did not want to buy that motherboard. That would have been expensive.
Yeah, it was up. It was almost 400.
Yeah. I'm not paying $400 for it.
Okay, so as I was saying, when it comes to your I/O plate, you want to take a look at the holes and stuff here. You see where the USB ports are. So this is the way it's going to be mounted. You notice how the audio ports are on the bottom. So naturally, what you want to do is you want to make sure as you're putting in the plate that it's going to match up. I don't know how well they can even hear me, but that it matches up, you know, with the way that the motherboard is going to be mounted. So in that case, if you look at the two, you can see that now they are oriented the same way. Hopefully you can see that. Hold that for 1 sec. Alright, any questions coming in?
Yeah, they want to know if I have a channel because I'm so awesome.
I saw someone ask about rendering times.
I do have a channel. Zombie the Unicorn. Believe it or not, I have 12 subscribers.
Oh my god, YouTube money!
And I don't have a single video.
Most of those were from that.
Most of those were from the last build that I did with Jason, or the last live stream I did. Basically the exact same thing. And people keep telling me I need to make videos, and I probably will, but I don't know.
Now, normally when I have an aftermarket cooler, I'll mount it first onto the motherboard. But in this case, I'm going to mount the motherboard inside the case first, just simply because of how big this cutout is on the back. I'll be able to work with it easily. If your case doesn't have a big cutout like this, so you can work with the back of the socket, then you're going to want to mount it onto your motherboard prior to installing it.
We're building it in a carpet room because we don't have anywhere else to build it.
Which brings up a very good point. Always make sure you touch metal prior to touching electrical components like this to discharge any
Yes. So
static
preferably,
electricity. Can you close this up?
preferably touch your motherboard or something else that's metal. You should be fine doing that.
Components aren't nearly as fragile
Now
as
they
people
used to be.
think they are.
They used to be pretty fragile.
Oh yeah. I've never once had an issue due to carpet because I always make sure that I discharge myself first. Never ever ever used a ground strap. I've been building for over 20 years and I've never once had static discharge.
How long does it take for you to render out a 10 to 15 minute video? Like
10 to
an hour?
15 minutes. I render at real time.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
8350 renders real time.
Yeah.
With my setup, my overclock, and my RAM, I render the same FPS the video is. So, however long the video is.
Do you have carpet? Yes, we do have carpet. There's no beer here, dude. But, as far as the second comment,
What'd I do?
nothing. Don't worry about it.
Can't bully a bully.
I'm not bullying a bully. You didn't see what I did.
No, I didn't. I have under boobs. But
Get an A10.
well, if you want a good, yeah, you can. If it has the 5000 graphics in it, then yeah.
Yeah. Although the A8 1TB hard drive, 8GB RAM, 7970. Actually, that's a pretty decent gaming rig. Again, refer to Jason's future-proof video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's not a good time to buy if they're asking about what to buy.
Yeah.
I've already
Definitely.
said. I said that going into this stream.
Wait about 3 months or so.
Hell, Intel is going to let you know more next month.
That's true. But
As well-
you don't know what prices are going to be or
I don't expect prices to
availability,
change much.
I should say.
Although they'll be available. I just don't expect prices to change much. I really
Nope.
don't. Now you want to make sure you use all your standoffs. Some people don't realize standoffs also double as a ground. And the
motherboard, or the PSU also grounds on the case, which gives a better ground connection to the components on the motherboard. So some people will only put on like the perimeter standoffs and not these internal ones, so they'll just do like the very outside. Always use all your standoffs.
Zaz, I believe this is actually going on a desk. This isn't going in this room. Or this computer isn't going in this room. So,
What?
is this computer going on a desk or a floor?
It's going on an office floor with very, very, very short carpet.
Okay. Are we going to be putting bottom-mounted fans?
No, we're not. We're leaving the fan configuration as it is. One 140 inlet, one 140 exhaust. Because this computer is not going to be doing a whole lot when it comes to load. So
Okay.
it's not going to get very hot. In fact, the buyer of the last build, I'd been communicating with him asking how temperature and dust was, because one reason why I chose this case is it's very, very, very filtered. Every single inlet on this is filtered. There's foam on the front. Dust doesn't get into this thing, and he said it's so quiet sometimes he doesn't even realize it's on. So, and that was in the big case that had twice as many fans.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
A A10 with 7870. Any bottleneck?
No,
No.
I don't think so. Not with the A10. The A10. People really, really overuse the term bottlenecking. Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Bottleneck. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm working on it for Inch Games. There's a lot of them, and it doesn't refresh instantly.
Yeah, guys.
Just
when
letting
it
you
comes
know.
to the okay, and I don't have Twitter up here. Let me load up Twitter real quick.
Okay.
Connect tab.
Yep.
Okay, so you can ask your questions on Twitter too. He'll be watching Twitter. The YouTube stream lags, guys. We don't see it in real time. Okay, so you're gonna have to do your best just to try and get your comment out there. All right, get this out there. There's also 100 and something of you and 2 of us.
Yeah. Tech 5 for the Jakes. Tech 5 for the Jakes. Tech 5 for the Jakes.
What?
Jake. Tech 5.
Oh, Tech 5.
Tech 5. 5. Tech 5. Zombie da unicorn.
Just type it.
Okay, I'll type it. Here you go. Zombie da unicorn. There you go. That's my channel. Again, I have no videos, and I don't know when I will start making them, but might be soon, might not be, but chances are it will be somewhat trolling.
Okay, guys, so this is the processor here. And AMD is backwards from Intel, where they put the pins on the processor, where Intel puts the pins on the socket. So you want to be very careful with this. There's also a gold marking on the corner that you want to line up with the gold marking that's on the socket. And if you line it up properly, it just drops right in. As you can see, it just, under no force, drops right in. You push the lever down, lock it, CPU's installed. That's also why when you go to take out an AMD processor with really good thermal paste, it
takes
pulls
a
the
while.
socket right out with it sometimes. And you guys saw that on my my thermal paste video. It will pull right out if it's fresh. So it's just the way it is. Intel, can you pull that motherboard off the wall for me?
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. So this is a really old Gigabyte DS3 motherboard right here. It was a fantastic overclocker. You can see there's still thermal paste on here from a very bad application that I had done. But when it comes to their latching mechanism, and this is still an E6300 processor in here, you can see that the pins on this are on the socket right here, and the bottom of the CPU is flat. There's no pins on there. But also, when it comes to latching it down, there's 2 tabs on here that you line up. It just drops in there. But this plate completely covers the chip, and then this lever locks it down. So it's impossible to pull out the processor with, the processor's going to stay in. I really prefer this method of latching. I don't know why AMD won't, I really hope their next socket set, whatever it is, has that sort of a latching mechanism, because it's very superior. What are you writing in there, mister?
I forgot my YouTube channel name.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Gerard. Why did I say duh? Oh, that's because that's my Snapchat. That's why. And I normally use
Trying to
that.
get people to Snapchat with you? That's selfless plug.
I'm not.
Snapchat!
That was an accident. I
Snapchat!
apologize on that one.
Jeez.
I apologize.
Alright, now we're going to do the cooler. Try and find the questions people are asking about the actual build.
Yes. What processor are we using?
It's FX8350. It's an AMD. This is a workstation computer that's got some gaming capability to it, so they wanted the extra oomph. Also, too, if you have questions about how to build a computer or anything I'm doing that you're not clear on, spam it so we can see it. I want to educate you guys in this because that's the reason why I'm doing this build. Here's the hardware. Here is the... That's cool.
What cooler is it?
This is the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. This is the upgraded 212, and it's going to look just like that. Yeah, I thought that the GT might not fit in here, and I'm right. I don't think it would have fit.
Uh-oh.
No, this will fit.
No, I know that.
I'm saying I don't think that the GT would have, and I'm glad I didn't get it now. Okay. So I've got to refer to the manuals in this one.
Am I digging the keyboard? You know what? I don't like tactile keyboards. That's just me. It's okay, but it's not my favorite.
Digging the what? This keyboard?
This keyboard,
You
yeah.
don't like that keyboard?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's just not my favorite, you know?
I hate membranes. A lot.
Any tips for making love to the computer? Don't poke yourself. Watch out for sharp objects.
Don't poke the fan.
Don't poke the fan. Ow, yeah, that would hurt.
Especially if it's a high RPM fan. Like those go to 2250 RPM.
Yeah. Water cooling is 10 times better. Trust me.
This is the only time I use a manual, guys, when it comes to the cooler assembly of the bracket.
What was the cost of this build?
This particular build right here, well, with tax and everything, there wasn't really any incentives on this one. This one was just over 1,600.
Somebody is marking some comments as spam, but I do not know who it is.
They do it every single time because they have nothing better to do.
Is there any way to
I just
hide...
go through and I just click not spam on them. So as fast as they click spam, I just unspam them.
Yeah. Can I borrow this webcam here really quickly?
For what?
I want to show them how to hide cables in a case.
Will it reach over there?
Yeah. Bring it up this side. Thank you very much. Yes, it is possible. See this one here?
Yeah, let me take the side panel off.
Yeah.
Because it'll help it run cooler. It's at 46 right now because it's rendering
Yeah.
or encoding.
I just want to show you. Yes, there is a way to hide cables in the case.
If
Obviously,
the case allows it. Though.
Well, yes. If the case allows it. Notice here how this one has a back portion right here. See? You can put all of your cables back there and make it look all nice and pretty. Jay does this very, very well. See that?
I need to brighten up that camera. Hold on.
The MSI M-Power. That is a good board. I like that board.
Oh yeah,
That board a lot.
yes. That's the board I was looking at getting when I was at Fry's the other day if I was going to go Intel. The M-Power is an amazing board.
Notice though, all the wires here, every single one is all being fed into the back there. Okay? Makes it look clean, not cluttered or anything like that. So, if that answers your question, I hope it does. If not, I'm very sorry. Tough luck. Here you go.
I don't like the way this bracket works.
Did he get a T-Virus Res? Yes, he did.
That's not a T-Virus.
No, it's not.
The T-Virus is the one that has the twisted tubes in it with the LED. I hate
Oh,
the
that's right.
I hate the T-Virus.
Why did I think it was?
That's a bits power
Yeah,
right there.
that's the same one we had in the $4,000.
That's a bits power 250 milliliter. Yeah, I don't like the T-Virus. I hate that
No?
tube. The fake tubes going through it. I don't like it.
Why not? It looks pretty.
I don't like it.
I think it looks so beautiful.
I don't like things that aren't functional.
It's very functional. It's called aesthetics.
Mhm.
Is it functional to hide all your wires? That's what I thought. What kind of thermal paste?
I normally use Arctic Silver, but I'm about out, I think, actually.
Are we?
Do you know how many times I've used I think I used just about the last of it when I did the video for Nick's graphics card.
I remember. We use Arctic Silver.
And this
I
is
don't know
my
if we
box
have
of
any.
miscellaneous junk, by the way. Well, I've got enough left for this, I think. Water. I got a few extra fittings for the water cooling.
Your 8350 renders out a 15-minute video in about 20 minutes. Could it be because I'm at stock clock?
Absolutely, yeah, it is, because the 8350 at stock clock is good, but they really wake up at about the 4.5 to 4.8 range. When I was benchmarking in the 5 gigahertz range, it didn't. Temperature was rising much faster than the benefit of the clock speed was, so it really got to the point to where it wasn't making much of an improvement anymore. Okay, so I do have to take that off.
All right. Would you rather use an MSI, a Gigabyte, or a Sabertooth?
What platform? AMD or Intel?
Doesn't say.
Yeah, I need to know.
Intel or AMD?
Sabertooth on AMD is not as good as Sabertooth on Intel.
Would you use MSI on AMD?
I had an MSI 870 GA that blew up on me, but I think that was my fault because I had I had the 3-pin fan header running my pump, and at load the pump drew more amps than the header could handle, so it blew up a VRM.
Gotcha.
The voltage regulator popped.
When you switch to Haswell, you do know that there will be... Oh, I lost it.
First of all, I'm going to say I don't know a whole lot about Haswell, mostly because I'm not an Intel, like a huge Intel fan, so I haven't followed it too closely. I don't like speculation and hype.
It's already been leaked that there would be an M-Power for it.
Well, here's the thing. I take all leaks with a grain of salt. Which is funny because I have that video where I, the 720 always
Oh,
on.
yeah.
But that was a spoof. I know, and so many people thought that was like a really serious video.
I thought it was funny.
It is funny, and I believe what I said about the always on being a bad thing. But so many people kept saying, how dare you destroy a perfectly good Xbox, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what do you mean perfectly good? Did you see it on? Did you see it working?
Yeah,
The thing had already red ringed 4 times. That was Eric's old Xbox.
I remember.
Okay, so what I'm doing now, because I haven't really been explaining, I took the...
I mean, you had
The
the other
stock-
one in that control?
No, it's right here.
Okay.
I took the stock backplate off of the motherboard here because of the fact that I'm going to be putting this new one on right here for the new cooler. So I had to take that off. I want you to look up close at this motherboard material, dude. It's actually like a woven fabric in there, I feel like.
Whoa.
It's part of the ultra durable. It's very moisture proof.
It feels like there's glass in there almost.
It is.
Like that
There is actually.
polymer glass.
It is. Glass fabric PCB.
There you go.
Check that out. I'm smarter than I thought.
You're smart.
I'm smart.
You're smart. Okay. Warning, please peel off label before you use it. I love the Japanese
What?
or the Chinese, whatever.
See?
Warning, please pull off label before you use it. Where do I use the label?
It's better than...
You see what I did there?
It's better than the last one I had. It said how to put on water cooling.
How do you put on water cooling?
No, that was the...
I know.
You know what? You're so funny. I just joined. Can anyone say specs? Do we want to go over specs again? Do you want to go over specs again?
You'll have to do it. I'm concentrating on this one now.
Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, so we have the MSI HD 7870. These are the first time I'm actually seeing the parts as well, just FYI. And my brother's calling.
I really like the way that this mounts up.
Sorry, Josh, I'll answer you later. Alright, so we have the MSI 7870. We're going to be using a Samsung solid state hard drive, the 840 series. It's going to be a 500 gigabyte hard drive. For the power source, we're going to be using the Corsair CX600M. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to go into the
You have to
background.
take the fan off this thing first.
We are using the Cooler Master Hyper 212, the Evo.
The fan comes off really easy. That's cool.
That's good. For RAM, we're going to be using 16 gigs. Yeah.
Yes.
The Ballistix 16 gigabyte kit. 2 8 gigabyte ports.
Let's see. Put that right there so we can see it. Oh, look at this, man. This mounts up kind of weird.
You mount up kind of weird. Give me 1 sec, guys. Hello? What's up? I'm at JayzTwoCents' house. We're doing a live stream. We're busy. We're busy. Building a computer. Yeah. What? On YouTube. What's up? I'm going after this. Alright. I will talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye. I love you. Sorry guys, that was my brother. He's my twin.
Oh, God.
Alrighty. It wasn't my mom! Oh, that's David's mom. Okay. Jay, I like your water cooling loop.
Thank you. I'm going to be redoing it. In fact, I've reached out to some sponsors today, and let's just say I've heard back from Aqua Computer.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Should you cool your RAM? It's not necessary.
No.
Yeah.
My RAM gets a little hot, but, I mean, RAM is already just fine passively cool.
Guitar Man's got you on that one. He's right. I see what you did there, by the way. Cool as hell. That's funny. Can you use orange juice to water cool?
Sure, for a few minutes.
That would be funny. The FX8350. Is that a question? I'm confused on that one. No. Water cool kits. I use fruits and dairy products. I use fruits and dairy products too. They taste good. I don't really use them to cool my computer though. I'm reading comments.
Acting like a loser.
Is the 7770 GFX card good? Yeah.
It's low end,
It's
so if
it's
that's what
low
you
end,
want.
but I mean, for the
It's-
for money, I mean it's decent.
Good for what, though? I mean, you're not going to be playing 1080p, max resolution,
Yeah.
max aliasing. You're not going to be doing any of that.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you pay for on that one. What's the best and cheapest dual graphics card setup?
See, I hate those questions because there's no such thing as best.
Yeah.
Best for me is not best for you. And
You really do need to choose between best and cheapest. Even best and cheapest together, like best bang for the buck type of thing. It depends on what you're using it for. It wouldn't be something that we would really be able to answer unless you know exactly what you're using it for, and then hopefully tell us. and then maybe we can answer it. What size of monitor? Is that a question for us? Is he using the 20-inch? I'm
I
guessing.
don't know. Find out. I don't know what monitor he's using for this. This is a computer, a work build.
Okay. So it might be something small. Can we do an overclocking RAM video?
It's all part of overclocking your CPU.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Will this turn?
$800 PC, Codosaurus. Watch Jay's other video. That's actually my brother's computer. It freaking rocks.
It rocks!
It rocks! Don't use the 212 Evo instructions. They're jacked up.
Is that what someone's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already figured out how this goes together. That's why I looked at it and I went, wait. So the way I'm doing this is not really the way they're describing it, so I'm just going to do this my own way.
Is the GTX 650 still worth buying for gaming?
I'm a hardware snob. I've never thought it was worth it to begin with, but that's my opinion. I've just never felt they were powerful enough. As I've said, I'm a hardware snob. Wait a minute, which one's... Oh, that's 2011. But I do know someone who has a 650 non-TI, and they can play Battlefield at 1080p.
Who's got one?
Dan? You know Dan?
Dan from Evo?
No. Dan Online in England.
Oh, Dan.
Pervert Dan.
Pervert Dan. I know Dan. He has a 650?
Mhm.
I have a 360. M.
I see what you did there.
I like my laptop. It needs an upgrade though.
And then I got a new work one, which is fun.
Another one?
I have a new one. I turned in my desktop at work and my laptop and got a more powerful laptop that does both in a docking station.
Nice.
There we go. His instructions were retarded.
Jake, why do I only have a laptop? Because I use my laptop for work and home, which means that I need to go
And you're never
multiple
like
places.
really in the same place for very long.
And I'm never in the same place. I don't sit down and sit at a desk. I'm everywhere and nowhere. I'm a ninja. I'm like the whitest ninja you know. I have a laptop so I can go up to NorCal or SoCal or wherever and just use that whenever I want to. It's powerful enough to where I can play games. Obviously not at max graphics anymore.
There we go.
It sure used to.
Yeah, the backplate's on. Once I decided to just kind of think of it in terms of English and what they meant,
English.
it made perfect sense.
Well, there you go.
The instructions say don't follow these. There.
Cheapest BF3 dual graphics.
You could run two 560s and be fine with BF3. BF3, guys, was...
On ultra settings?
Yeah, Battlefield 3 launched in October of 2011 and was encoded with hardware 2 years prior to that.
You think you should get the 680 or wait and get the 770?
But we need to wait and see what the
Yeah.
actual 770 specs are.
Yeah, because if it's anything like the Titan, it's just a wait.
Okay, so I'm putting the thermal paste on this processor now. What people have to realize with AMD, and I'm doing the X pattern here, by the way, and the reason for that is AMD is not like Intel where the cores are in the middle. The cores are on the outside of this processor. And so if you only dab it in the middle, like Raise the World said was okay, or Tech Syndicate, then you'll end up having problems because the outside is where you need to cool it the most. It's a really ugly application.
Check that out, guys.
And I like to put little dots on there too to help it spread out a little more when I spread my seed.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. There's a lot of glare.
You can hardly see it.
Yeah,
It's fine. Let me put this on.
there you go. I just wanted to give him a quick look-see. Alright. AMD or NVIDIA. Depends on what you're using it for. I'm an NVIDIA fan. Jay's an AMD fan.
I use NVIDIA.
You use NVIDIA.
I'm tired of people labeling me as some sort of a fanboy.
I'm not
you,
calling you a
I'm
fanboy.
talking about people who've come to my channel and don't know any better.
Gotcha.
I use whatever the best bang for the buck of my current budget is. And I've already said a few times that when I did my initial computer build, I didn't have very much money, so I went AMD. And then I stuck with AMD because the upgrade path was so much cheaper. And this thing... Actually, I don't want to do up and down. I'm going to redo this. Because I just realized there's no fan on the top of this case. Twist that to get it off. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that paste.
What is your opinion on cats? We both have cats. We love cats.
I don't love cats.
He hates cats. He likes to punt them. And if you can find it, there's a video called Karka. Karka? Something Arctic Rescue Cat Association. I can't remember the C though. It's really, really funny. They use a kitty cannon and they shoot a cat into a mountain so they can save people from avalanches. It's really funny. The cheapest is Dual Titans. Oh yeah, because Titans are... Oh, that's my... Never mind, that's Josh. Hi, Josh. Alright, let's see what else. Yeah, just ignore Crazy Shooter, dude. He's crazy. I see what I did
This
there.
thing is so stupid.
Are you having problems there?
There we go. Sheesh. Go up and over. My only problem is that this was written by people who don't speak English.
But they type it good. I've never been to Canada, but I've looked at Canada from Washington. I didn't have my passport. But why would anyone want to go to Canada?
Niagara
No
Falls
offense.
is pretty.
Yeah, but you can see that from America.
Not as pretty as the Canadian side.
Oh, true.
There. Now it lines up. Sheesh.
I can look at pictures on the internet.
You can watch it on YouTube.
What's your opinion on the Shield?
Like the show?
Like,
So it looks like I'm not going to be able to mount this
I've never
going
seen it.
side by side like I want because the bracket doesn't allow for it.
how are you going to mount it?
Well, it'll have to go like this.
Well, that's kind of ugly.
Yeah. Let me see if they even have a fan that I can get. If I do, it's probably going to be down in there.
What kind of case is that?
Fractal Define R4. I should put this like a splash screen with the specs, but I didn't have any time.
Jake, can you answer Daniel so he stops spamming the same question? Where Daniel... Oh, by the way, there it is. Thinking about getting the Fractal R4, but I went to water cooling. I've heard that R4 isn't the most water cooling friendly.
I would agree with what I'm seeing here. There's not much room between the top of the motherboard and the top of the case. So there's not really any room to... you couldn't fit an H100i up there before you hit... let's see. Look at the top of the motherboard right here and where the top of the case is. There's not enough room to get an H100i or anything in there.
Yeah.
There's just not that much room.
Yeah, that's...
To account for radiator thickness plus RAM thickness, or fan thickness, and not hit any of the heat sinks. And I'm going to move this fan on the back to the top.
I've heard that Intel Ivy Bridge has better memory controller than AMD CPUs. Do you have any experience or opinions on that?
Most people can get higher RAM overclocks with them. But I haven't played with Ivy Bridge more than that one build. Like, not in terms of trying to go balls out.
Daniel, don't worry about the spam. It actually helps us see it. I thought you were asking other people on here because I thought people were answering it for you, but I was wrong. So I went ahead and answered it. I'm sorry, that was my fault. What's the max budget to build an awesome gaming PC? $8,599 plus $4,222 for looks plus...
What was the question?
What's the max budget to build an awesome gaming PC? Actually, you know what? I'd just say $20,000 to round it up.
Look, someone could give me $10,000 right now, and I could still find a way to spend every penny of it.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a max budget. Really.
And what I mean by that is that I could, where I would run out of hardware money, I would start going into customization. So, if you're talking pure performance, that's... I tell people if they want a good gaming computer that's going to last 3 to 5 years, they've got to be prepared to drop $2,500. Because if you're going to do some sort of a budget build, an extreme budget build, you're going to be buying hardware that's already outdated. So that already is going to reduce the lifespan of your hardware when it comes to being compatible with new technology or new game coding. Usually, when it's time to upgrade your graphics card, is when a new version of DirectX comes out.
Is the X thermal paste way to go?
I've got a thermal paste application video.
Yeah.
Tech Syndicate has one. Linus has one.
It's just about...
Making sure there's no bubbles and you
Yeah.
have even and total coverage of the heat spreader. That's what's important. So,
MSI Afterburner, Killrow 22.
what?
Wants to know what we use to overclock.
Graphics cards?
Yes.
Yeah, MSI Afterburner.
What's the current plan setup for this build? Yes. Just like the parts we're planning on using? Can somebody post those so I can move on to other questions?
Here's what you can do. Click right here.
Yeah.
Click the little pen. Now, if you go down below those links, you can type out the specs.
Ah, that means I need to type. Is that like US dollars? Yes, that would be US dollars.
I can't speak for other countries.
Yeah.
I can only speak for where I live, guys.
If you gave us 30,000, yes, we would build you a PC. Absolutely. And we would spend every $30,000 on it and the services required. $10,000 an hour, and that should be up. Yeah, that should cover. Let's see. It'll take us about 4 hours to complete, by the way. Let's see. Would you prefer to buy a GTX 780 or 8970-99? It's all about... Oh, if they had about the same performance in all programs. Honestly, it would come down to price.
Between what and what?
Between the GTX 780 or the 8970 or 9970.
9970.
Next gen.
We know nothing about them. How can
Yeah.
we answer that?
If they had about the same performance in all programs.
Then go with the brand you like.
Yeah. I mean, if they do the same thing, then there's no point in really comparing. I mean, again, I lean towards NVIDIA simply because I've always used NVIDIA. But if AMD showed me a better product, I'd get AMD. I'm not gonna say I'm a
Look, when the
NVIDIA fanboy.
7970 first came out, it came out before the 680. The 680 came out and smashed the hell out of the 7970. And everyone turned their back on AMD. Then AMD fixed their drivers, came out with the Gigahertz edition, and now everyone's an AMD fan. The world is littered with fanboys. And I go with whatever fits my budget and I like. I like NVIDIA. And yeah, there are 7970 graphics cards out there that are out benchmarking mine. However, those improvements and those numbers only show up on benchmarks. It doesn't show up in real world. And what I mean by that, you put these two computers side by side and you turn off the frames per second counter, you're not going to see any differences in performance there.
Auto rocks too. A dual monitor is worth it. It depends on what you're using it for.
For me, it is.
For-
Because I use them.
yeah.
In fact, I've been thinking about getting the third.
Yeah, we use them. We have stuff that we actually use it, but if you're going to go on Facebook or play video games and stuff like that, I don't find it necessary. But if you're going to be live streaming and doing video games, then yeah, sure. It all depends on what you're using it for.
There.
I'm going by the ones I can see. I'm sorry, Wix. Again, just quick answers. Sorry. What mobile are you using? Which one? Experienced the same problem and fixed it? Oh, with the mounting of the cooler? We're using the 7870. 7870?
Yeah, 7870.
Yeah, we're using the 7870.
It's the gigahertz model, not the XT.
Yeah.
There. Cooler is mounted. Okay, that took way longer than it should have. Holy crap. Warranty void if remove.
So remove it.
It's really a nice word, but it's not going to see in there anyway. Okay, so I've got this fan blowing the air from the bottom up.
i7 3070 or 3770 or 8350. It depends on what you're using. For
Okay,
when I use it,
real quick. This
Go
is
for
the
it.
way I've got the... I had to move the fan from the back, and I have more fans in my closet. They're just buried. I'm going to put another fan back here for an exhaust, but I moved the rear fan to the top because I need to get this fan mounted before I could finish mounting the cooler. This bracket won't allow me to mount it front to rear. I want the case fan on the top to pull the hot air out. So I've got the fan pushing through the heatsink out the top of the case. So heat's going to come in the front here, curve up, come across the board, go through the heatsink, and then out of the top of the case. And I'm going to put another fan back here so you can get a good cross flow. So that's why this took so long. I had to kind of reconfigure the way the fans are.
yeah. And this actually brings up a very good point. When you're building a computer, pay attention to your airflow. It's important.
It's very important.
I have a Toshiba X805 Cosmeo laptop.
It also looks like this fan partially blocks RAM slots too. Which is fine because I happen to know that this motherboard, this UD3, has two different dual channel configurations, where some motherboards you must use slot 1 and 3 and that's it. This one allows you to, if you've got 4 slots like this, okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so they're like this. And normally you have to use 1 and 3 to get dual channel, and if you go in 2 and 4, you get single channel. UD3, either or works. So it's one of the other reasons why I really like the UD3, because if you can kind of see right here, this cooler does hang over the RAM slots. Do you see that? So that first RAM slot is completely blocked by the edge of the cooler. The larger the cooler, the better the cooling. Unfortunately, the bigger the case hog.
And I'm really sorry I'm bringing this up again, but Wix, I just went down to the very bottom of the questions, and all I see is how many times do I need to ask my question before getting an answer, and that was 20 minutes ago. So, just saying, I don't see any questions.
Just ignore the comments of people getting mad. Nobody's skipping anybody. There's 107 of you in here asking questions. There's one of me. I'm building a computer. And YouTube comments don't come in as you type them. They come in minutes, sometimes 5 minutes later. So, if you want answers, don't get all pissy about it.
Alright. Chris, give me 1 second. I'm actually going to be posting up the specs right now.
You know what? I take that back. It looks like... Can you hold this camera here?
Yeah.
It looks like if you needed to get in into RAM slot 1, you can possibly come in at an angle. And you can get it in there. But if you have RAM like the Vengeance, the Corsair Vengeance, where the heatsink on top of the RAM sticks up above the top of the RAM, it's not going to fit. See, let me get this all the way down in there. Do you see how tight that is? It's way out of focus, but
Yeah.
you see how tight that RAM slot is to the actual CPU fan? So if the heat sinks on this DIMM stuck up any more at all, it wouldn't fit. But you can get it in there.
MSI or Sabertooth for the AMD chipset?
I like Sabertooth more than MSI
For an AMD?
for AMD, yeah. Because I like Asus.
Oh.
But the Sabertooth guys, Asus didn't put the same quality into the AMD Asus as they did Intel. They didn't put the thermal armor or any of that on there. Okay, RAM is installed, CPU is installed, cooler is installed. Now it's time for the graphics card. And they really made this box smaller compared to the last one I bought. Like over there, you can see the other one down the bottom of that stack.
Yeah.
They've severely cut back on the amount of cardboard they're using.
Well, that's good.
It is. They're environmentally conscious.
And I really don't like this shift key.
I love that keyboard. I think it's funny that you hate it.
I don't know when I'm actually typing and when I'm not.
It might take some getting used to if you've never gotten used to typing on a mechanical.
No, I've typed on mechanical. I prefer your Razor over this one even.
Yeah, they really dumbed down the packaging. Like, it's not nearly as pretty as it used to be on this card.
What's your take on Phobia, who has given you the best ordering experience when it comes to the
On what?
Phobia?
Okay, ask the question.
What is your take on Phobia, and who has given you the best ordering experience?
Can they elaborate on phobia?
Yeah.
What they're asking? Sounds like a code name for something, but I'm not entirely.
Thinking of if going to aqua tuning after horror. Are you talking about water cooling?
Yeah, I'm in discussions with Aqua Tuning right now to sponsor an ultimate water cooling video. And Aqua Tuning, I love Aqua Computer. They're just so expensive.
Extreme 6 or MSI Empower?
I do like the Empower, but there's more than one Empower. Which Empower?
Is it bad for RAM to be touching the heatsink? In most cases, yes. There's no sense, honestly, there's no sense in anything touching anything that is transferring heat. So,
Unless it's the heatsink touching what it is you want.
Yeah, exactly.
To be transferring heat from.
exactly. So, no, I wouldn't go with it.
I'm kind of impressed that we stayed over 100 watchers this whole time. So how many people in here have never built a computer and you're watching because you want to learn? Or how many of you are in here just because you want to hang out? I got no problems with either, just saying. I'm just curious.
Can you build a mineral oil computer?
I wouldn't do it just because I play with my stuff too much. That sounds really dirty. I wouldn't do it because I'm always opening up the case and moving stuff around. And I mean, you guys saw yesterday, if you follow me on Twitter, that... What are you looking for? Oh, parts? Just ask me and I'll tell you the model. Ask me what part it is you want to know and I'll tell you what it is.
Motherboard.
It's the 990FXA UD3 by Gigabyte. It's cool that they give you extra brackets to put another fan on that if you want. Alright, graphics card's installed, RAM is installed, CPU is installed, thermal paste, the Evo, 212 Evo is installed, fan moved from rear to top. Need to put another fan in there. I'm going to go and put in the PSU. Normally I put the power supply in first, but this time I just wanted to kind of get the other stuff out of the way. Since it's a tighter case, I wanted to be able to move my hands around in here without the power supply in the way.
I'm blanking out. What RAM do we have?
It's the Crucial
Okay.
Ballistix Sport, 16 gigs, 1600 RPM, or RPM, 1600 megahertz. We're back to the JDM build.
Let's see. There are a lot of guys here who have never built anything about computers, and a lot of people here who have built, or who are just here because they like it. Believe it
Computer
or not.
prawn.
Pronzors. Learning, 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 and you came to Jay's to learn. Poor guys. I'm sorry.
Suckers.
Do PCs have hackers?
What?
Yes.
What? You're looking at one.
Way more than Call of Duty.
This guy over here. I don't think there's anything he's ever owned that he hasn't hacked into. And
Look who's talking.
hey! I gotta be on the up and up for my channel. I am on the up and up.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
for the record, yes, I do mod. No, I do not.
We're calling it modding now.
I do not do any sort of performance mods when it comes to Battlefield or Call of Duty or anything like that.
Now we're calling it modding. I see.
It's not hacking. Hacking is taking control of over someone else's computer.
Nope. Hacking is getting access to something you otherwise wouldn't.
You don't call it hacking. It was
Modding. I got it. We're modding now.
it was hacking in the 80s.
We're modding. I see.
All right. If you guys have seen hackers,
Are you
that's
checking
hacking.
Twitter too? Oh, you do have Twitter. There's
Yeah.
another interaction there.
Ooh, we have a new interaction. You can mount it sideways. Check again. Are you sure you can mount it sideways? The 212?
Maybe you can, but I'm done fucking with it.
What's the case?
Fractal
It is
R4.
Fractal.
Define R4. I believe you. Even in the manual though, it showed it only going up and down. I've seen pictures of it going sideways. I just don't see how it can go through the pipes when it's turned the other way.
There are more hackers on PC than there are on Xbox or PS3, simply because it's a lot easier to modify the files on PC than it is anything else. Very few people actually have an Xbox that's moddable. A computer, anyone can do it. I'm going to be moving away from hacking and everything like that, so I'm not going to answer any more of those questions, simply because...
He's not modding anymore.
No, I'm still doing it. It's just I don't want to talk about that. That's not why we're here.
You're not modding.
All right.
Sorry, that was funny. Modding.
Jedi mind tricks. You're building confidence here. It's a good thing that you're actually watching this video.
What the hell's my hardware? Oh, can you hand me that box? I want the screws actually. I like how we're building confidence and now I'm yelling at you.
Yeah, exactly. Hacking is what happens when you smoke too much.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like that?
Yes. Have I ever eaten goat? No, I haven't actually.
Wow.
Actually, I just had lamb. if
I would
that
love
counts
to
for
know the
anything.
country that person just asked you from.
He has a Canadian flag. I want to say he's from Canada.
Canada. Blame Canada.
Ultimate 5000 is more than enough, but as Jay said,
You can always
many
spend
times wait until June 2nd. Not going to throw out a date, but yes.
My Twitter is exploding on my phone, so make sure you keep up with it over there.
Yes, I have it and I mounted it.
Okay, I believe you. I'm leaving it like this now, just for the sake of the fact that it's in. And heat rises, so this is conceptually fine. I just got tired of screwing with the stupid manual.
Everybody's making my evening tonight, Codosaurus. But you're helping. That's
Helping?
definitely for sure. He asked if he's helping, or if he's making my evening. He was the one who asked if I had goat
Oh.
and cats. Did you know ice cream doesn't have legs? See, now you're trying too hard. But yes, I did know that. But it's a trick question, because some flavors do.
Did you know I'm going to Las Vegas on Friday?
I did not.
You
Why are you
really
going to
did not
Las
go to
Vegas?
Vegas?
No.
Not only am I going to Las Vegas, I am staying.
Wait! Yes, I did know this.
Yeah, and
You
I'm
told me.
and I'm staying on the in the Trump Tower at 5-star. So I want to go in there with like a torn up wife beater,
You're gonna get fired.
and I just want to like rip one, just like scratch myself and be like, "Hey, how do we get some service up in here?" As they're playing classical music and wearing their little suits.
Great.
Go over to a flower vase and just kind of like start drinking out of it. I shouldn't have said that because now my subscribers are going to be like, do it.
Yep.
They are, aren't they?
Not yet. I'm sure they will. Forgot I had ice cream. Now you made my night. Yes! Although you're talking about someone else, unfortunately.
Donald Trump is gay. Donald Trump can buy straightness if he wants. This isn't that way.
Or just fire it.
Hey, Donald Trump may be gay, but he makes a fine hotel. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. I get a lot of those kinds of messages, and I'll tell you what, it's glad to know that that video helped somebody. Even just like one person, it definitely makes every bit of abuse I've taken in all these videos worth it. I don't think I post a video now where I don't get hate. I mean, look, we already have a dislike on this video.
Wait, Krez, why do I hate your guts? I don't hate your guts. I hate everybody's guts. I don't despise anyone. I
He equally hates.
I hate. I don't despise. Okay? Just understand that. But why do I despise you? Okay. Nope, there it is. First, do it. Do it. Yep, everyone's saying it.
Jake, you're cool.
Oh, do it and record it.
I know, right? At Disneyland, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I didn't record it, but I did go up to someone and I said, hey, you want to hear something? They're like, what? I said, I just hit 10,000 subscribers, and I personally like to thank you, and I walked away. They were like, what just happened?
That's awesome.
I told them I would, but I just didn't record it.
Aw.
So then it didn't happen, I guess.
What about PSU compatibility and possible launch issues? There's always stuff that can happen. Don't read too much into it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, oh well. More likely to win money at local casinos as opposed to big strip casinos. Yes, I did actually know that.
And did you guys know that the Trump doesn't even have a casino?
I did. I knew that.
I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing here by plugging these in because it's really dark and stuff. I'm just plugging in the modular cables right now. So I'm plugging in the PCI Express cable, the 24-pin and 8-pin are already in there. And then on the other side here.
You've just been commenting something for you. What were you commenting? I probably didn't see it. Again, there's 100 people watching, and they go by quickly. Yes, we do live in California.
There's 99 now. It's
now that I said that.
It's really late for a lot of people. So
I know.
Even on the East Coast, it's 11 o'clock. So
Yeah.
that's just awesome that you guys are in here. All 99 of you, go hit like right now. I want to see how fast that 77 will change. You don't even have to hit refresh. I want all of you in there to hit that like button right now.
All right.
Let's show that one hater there that this is what happens when...
Alright. How much?
Do it! Click the like button now! Oh, 106. Keep clicking it!
The solid state cost $389.99.
It was cheaper than that.
It was cheaper than that, but that's the price tag, so I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's retail. I got it for like $361, I think.
So $389.99.
Keep clicking the like button! Mash it! Push it with your
Jeez.
genitalia.
James, I'm sorry. It's freaking 4 a.m. over there. You must be, like, England, huh?
Keep 119. Keep pushing the like button! Oh, God. Alright. This is SATA.
I'm in the East Coast. Jeez, you guys are crazy.
No,
I thank you
I'm
all.
telling you right now, I have the best fans and subs because these guys, regardless of when I live stream, like I see the same people in there every time. It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. All right. So you plan on building a computer similar to yours. It's the 600.
No,
Enough power to overclock. No.
600's not enough if you're going AMD. I had to bump it up to a 750.
Josh has a 650, right? But he's only doing minor overclocking. Huh?
He's doing minor overclocking. It's also not an 80 bronze. It's just an 80. Remember, guys,
Oh, that's
the
right,
rating
that's
of the PSU matters too, because that bronze rating, all that 80 plus means is that at max load, whoa, we pushed the whole grommet out. At max load, the PSU will supply 80% efficiency of its max rated power output, and you've got bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, and basically, I think. Linus did a video on this too. I should probably do a Vita Tech about PSUs. Platinum is like 5%. It's like 95%, 90, 85, and 80. That's how it works. They just still call them 80 plus because that became the standard. So they don't call it 90 plus or any of that crap.
Do you think about your East Coast fans when you do these?
The lights went from 121 down to 120. One of you mashed it too much. Remash it.
But only the person who mashed it too much.
All of a sudden it goes down to like 3 lights.
Alright. Do you think about your East Coast fans? Yes.
Of course I do.
In fact, that's why we do some of the live streams earlier in the day.
Guys, I'm
like
doing a live
11.
stream Friday morning.
Yes.
I forgot to mention that.
There you go.
I am doing a live stream Friday morning at like 9 o'clock my time. I will put up a video saying that I'm going to do it, as well as a tweet and all that. Look, now we're going into 119. You guys are doing it wrong. So anyway, that's going to be for all of my European, Asian, Australian subscribers who never get a chance to see Tech Talk because it's like 4 in the morning their time. So Friday morning, it will basically be crappy for the people who work and are in America, but, you know, got to do the best I can to accommodate everybody, and it's not easy. I'm just saying. Okay, there's that.
No, I don't like the Alienware X51.
I don't like the Alienware anyone.
I don't like any Alienware, and here's why. You spend about $400 for performance and about $1,000 on looks
I can't see the camera.
and name.
You got Facebook up. I can't see the camera.
You don't have... Oh, why do I have Facebook up?
Because you open the browser and it brings up all of my tabs.
You opened up the browser.
There.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Let's see. I'm trying to answer as many helpful questions as possible. Is a bronze PSU good enough?
Yes.
Yes.
I ran a bronze for a long time. I run a gold now.
Crazy Shooter Dude has one in his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait until the 80 plus diamond of 100% efficiency. It's Poopsicle. I remember Poopsicle. I think.
Yeah, I remember Poopsicle. What did I do with the DVD drive? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
The only thing I don't like about this case is it is not toolless.
You're not toolless.
Let's see what you did there.
Uh-oh.
Is it right here?
Hello? Yes, we know. Wait, you don't have a bronze?
No, his is not a bronze.
Oh, okay. Gotta go.
I love how he called you to correct you.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, bye.
I've lost some screws.
That was Crazy Shooter
Hand me the
Dude
box.
actually calling me.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bronze because he has the TR2, not the RX. No, the screws. The box, I said.
I just wanted to give you that one, though.
That's the one I wanted there.
Oh.
My kid's gonna come home any minute and get all super loud.
What's my opinion in Hackintosh and dual boot builds? I don't like Hackintoshes.
I'm debating doing a Windows 8 dual boot because I got a free copy of it at work.
Well, yeah, Windows 8, Windows 7 dual boot, though.
Yeah.
Not with a Hackintosh.
No,
I don't-
I'm just saying. People have been asking me why I didn't go Windows 8 yet, and
Oh.
now I might.
I won't do Windows 8. Because I'm afraid of change.
But you can make it look just like 7. You're like, then why get rid of 7?
Exactly.
There is a modest performance boost.
Eh.
Like
You're
really
welcome, Taylor
modest.
Gibbons. I'm trying. Again, I'm trying.
What are people complaining?
11 p.m. in Boston. Boston.
Boston.
Our IT office is in Cambridge, and I go to Cambridge a few times a year.
Let's see. I'm upstate.
That's where they all park the cars
Heck yeah.
in the parking lot.
Yeah, honestly, yuck it. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, or yuck it. I wouldn't get any Alienware. Build your own computer. You can make it look
You can
just
build
as
two
good.
computers for the cost of one Alienware.
Yeah. You can make it look just as good, and it'll cost a fraction of the price. Jake, where's your question? I don't see your question.
Another one of those. You're skipping me.
Yep.
Stop skipping me. I swear to God, I'm gonna go postal if you don't stop skipping me. Those guys.
Hey, we're back up to 122 likes. Good job, guys. Oh, but we're at 103 watching. We came up 4 peoples.
Alright, I need a better light right here. Holy shit.
You need better light.
I do. And I just said stupid. Where is the...
Combing through for questions. Zamboni, dude. I like your
Zamboni. Someone likes hockey.
Zamboni. Okay. How much smaller is the defined mini than that?
It's a bit smaller.
Well, mini kind of gives that away. How much smaller?
I think it's only got one. It's only got one 5 1/4 bay. I think it has just one of these drive arrays, and it's not as wide.
Yeah.
It's also, I don't believe, has the soundproofing material.
Jay needs to answer that one. I've never seen the defined mini, so.
If you guys check out Robbie X27, ROBBIE X27, his channel, he's got the Defined Mini, and I think he did a review on it.
Oh, really?
Really?
Did they save?
Seriously, bro.
Oh. Cancel.
See if we can do this.
Okay, can I just save this?
What?
This.
I don't know what you mean by save.
Oh yeah, just hit save, yeah.
Save. And then this comes up. Save.
No, hit cancel.
Cancel. Cancel.
No, hit save right there.
Save.
I don't know why it's doing that. That's really weird. Alright, just leave it, I guess.
Okay. Cancel.
Yeah, I'm gonna attach the front panel connectors now.
Let's pull that webcam back a tad.
I can't pull back. If it's out of focus though, I mean, here, let me see the mouse. My mouse. It's wireless.
Your wireless. There you go.
Okay, power switch.
Power switch.
Battlefield. Power switch. We need another Battlefield night.
We do. So when are you going to be able to live stream Xbox?
Whenever I want.
Start live streaming Forza.
I don't think anyone cares to watch Forza.
The stuff we do in Forza?
I don't know.
Stupid things?
But then we always get Josh in there. He's all super serious.
Yeah. But that's okay. I think I only have one video up right now, and it's me knifing somebody in Call of Duty from across the map. And it was the final kill cam, which was freaking awesome.
Was it like just a random throw?
No, I knew I knew where the guy was, and I kind of aimed and I got him.
I love, and no offense to anyone who's like a diehard Call of Duty fan, but I love how the people in Call of Duty are just so like, oh my god!
Yeah.
I don't believe it! The camo is now blue! Blue camo! Oh my god! It's that's the best thing the game has to offer you is colored camo.
Nuh-uhs. Nuh-uhs.
Sorry.
You know what else they have? Corner camping. You can't do that in any other shooter ever.
Okay, the audio needs to push back through.
They also have guns that no other shooter has.
Because they're not real!
You're not real.
I'm not, all of a sudden I vanished.
Let's see.
Oh,
Okay.
Hold on.
Alright, so he left. Again, for the people who didn't get to see my life story, I'm going to tell it again. It's awesome. I was born, and then I did some things, and now I'm here, doing this, and other things. I know some people, I've met some people, I stopped talking to some people, and I started talking to new ones. I work on some things and not on others. And that's about it. I did some stuff. I did some stuff, but not too much. Uh-oh. YouTube, why you crash? The Haswell Empower motherboard that was leaked had pictures and was directly posted by MSI. This was the comment I have Oh! Yeah, I haven't seen that. I apologize. Yes, but again, it is a leak, and until it becomes a running faucet, I'm not gonna look into it too much. What else? No, I'm trying to help. I'm sorry. What would that guy like to know about the Define Mini? He just wanted to know how much smaller it was. John Warner. Stop the I/O sleeving short. Generally because they're not built to do huge things. Honestly, I can't answer that question really well. Some people stop it some cases stop it too short. Some actually make it a lot longer. In fact, my brother's case actually had the sleeving a lot longer than it should have. Why aren't you touching the PSU every time and doesn't that cause anti-static? Why aren't I? Because I don't need to. And I'm not. Jason can answer you on that one. Okay.
What'd you say? Huh?
Yeah,
Kid comes home and it turns into like a
child has come home.
zoo.
Also, I didn't do it.
Do other people see black?
No. Skype names. I have a Skype name.
I don't give out my Skype.
Yeah,
Refresh.
but I have one.
Yeah, it's like stuck.
You're stuck. He took over my job. I don't feel important anymore.
There it goes. Alright, we're back.
What do you think of an AMD FX 8320 and a 7790 for a build? Primarily for website designing. I heard the 8320 is a need, and it has the 8350.
Yeah, they're binned 8350s. They're 8350s that for some reason didn't perform like 8350s, so they turn off some. They downclock them a little bit, and then they call them a lower model. It's going to be just fine for website design. Hell, an i5 would be fine for website design.
Any DDoS software you know of. I'm not even going to be touching DDoSing. I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, well, this is not that kind of channel, guys.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm the guy who protects against DDoS. Bet you it was the same person that asked what our Skype name was.
Darren Ross. Darren Ross. Nope, not the same guy.
Not? Okay. Well, Skype is like the first way people
resolve. Where did my zip ties go?
Are Digital Storm PCs good?
I don't know anything about Digital Storm. I know very, very little about any store-built PCs, honestly. I do everything myself.
With the exception of Alienware, because they suck.
Well, I owned Alienware.
Why? Because you wanted the cool thing that everyone else had. You wanted the glowing eyes.
It was something like that.
Yeah, I understand.
It was back when their cases were still huge. I do like their case designs.
Yeah. Wait, John, why are you apologizing? No, don't apologize. It's a good thing.
There's nothing good. If he's apologized, is he the one who asked about DDoS?
No, he's trying to help answer questions.
Oh, yeah. If you guys help each other out,
Yeah.
by all means.
Let's stay away from like the hacking and modding and DDoSing and all that stuff. Let's just stay away from those conversations, and we're perfectly fine.
Yeah, especially when my day job is protecting against that sort of stuff. And to protect against it, what do you have to know? I'm asking you, Jay.
What do I have to know?
To protect against a hacker, what do you have to do? What do you have to know?
What do I have to know?
Yes. To protect against hacking, what do you have to know? Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm just having so much fun with this. Your IP address.
No, I'm saying to be an effective anti-hacker, you have to be...
Oh, that kind. Yeah.
You have to be a hacker.
Yeah. I thought you were actually like really talking
I wasn't
about that.
asking like
Okay,
a
yes.
character,
Yes.
you know.
Um
I'm asking about your character. I'm gonna get you shits about your character.
yeah. Yeah, to be a good
What he said.
basically he's saying if you try DDoSing, expect
I'm not saying expect anything.
okay. Don't expect, but there could be repercussions. Well, I don't know how to build a PC, and I can't get the stuff for it very easily. I'm only 13 and I rely on your parents. Then talk to your dad and tell it could be a really good hobby. In fact,
Could lead to a career. It did for me.
It really could, especially if you start at 13. You can you could realize that it's really, really fun and it's really easy.
And you can save a lot of money doing it yourself.
And the 30-year-olds who have that same mindset that you have when you're only 13, the people who say they don't know how to and they can't get this stuff very easily, those people are going to spend money on getting it done for them. You can make that money from them. So that really would be a great way for you to start. Talk to your dad, tell him it could be a hobby, something you guys could do together.
Do I have to point out that this is a customer build?
Yeah, that's a customer build. He's making money on it. Do you know about the Hotspot build? It's a free anti-DDoS software.
I don't personally
Hotspot
trust
shield.
even third-party protection.
I trust myself, honestly. i7 processors to drop drastically. They're going to drop just about as much as the i5s did.
The i5s honestly didn't drop that much.
Exactly. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but he said the i5 didn't drop drastically, and that's basically what's going to happen.
Okay.
In my opinion, or my thoughts on it. How are we coming? Because I am running...
Power's in.
Power's in.
I just have to put in the hard drive.
Cool. I'm 13 and you built 6 PCs. I'm 22 and I've broken 6 PCs.
You're more than capable, though.
They don't know that. I could be here just answering stupid questions.
They have to hope you know something, otherwise they wouldn't want your answer.
Poor guys. They don't know what they're doing. I seem like a capable guy answering these questions, don't I? I could be really stupid. You'll never know.
You are.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah. You definitely know more than me about when it comes to Xbox modding.
Yeah.
Notice I said modding.
Good boy. And I've only been banned once, twice, three times.
The lady.
What?
It sounded like you were singing that song.
Once. Twice.
Oh.
3 times the lady. Faggot.
These people are 13. They probably don't know that song.
Yeah.
I'm only saying you guys are 13 because that's 1, 2, 3 people saying they're 13. Jake, you find out right her. He is building one. There are also many other vids on YouTube. Oh, someone else. Yes, you get the chicks. I do get the chicks. Chickens.
And also, too, if anyone's wondering, just for the sake of it, makes builds easier. If you put your computer on a towel, you can slide it around. The rubber feet, when you turn it, cause the case to jump up and down and bounce, which can then harm components.
Yeah. Auto Rocks 2. Jay loves keyboards that are mechanical. I hate keyboards that are mechanical. I just do not like the way they look. Or feel. Not so much look, just feel. I like membrane. I like the soft, I like the quiet, and I can type without people realizing what I'm doing.
You would like even just the basic HP keyboard to have it work. When you push it,
Yeah.
just
Yeah, exactly, I would.
very soft.
Hello?
We have to go now.
No, we're actually almost finishing up
Just
just
plugging in
putting the
SATA
hard
cables
drive
and
in
hard
and
drive.
putting that SATA cables in, we're done. Yes, and then I put it back in. Why, what's up?
Is that Nick? Pretty bad.
Oh, your odometer reset? Yeah, because if a speedometer resets, you're in trouble. Oh, I'm sorry.
Plug
Okay.
in SATAs.
Alright,
SATA cables.
well, I will talk to you in just a little bit, okay? Okay, sounds good. Alright, see ya.
Is that Nick?
Yeah, that was my ride. I'm selling my car today, so...
Oh, Nick, so when it dropped you off? Or is he picking you
No,
up?
I have the car here.
Oh, I see.
I'm selling it after this. So, at like 8 o'clock I need to leave, even though
It's
it's
after 8.
It's 8:22, so... Great.
You're late. You're pregnant.
Yes, mechanical feel or keyboards do feel weird, in my opinion.
Well, once you get used to them, though, I love them.
Yeah. Like, again, my laptop keyboard is a membrane keyboard, but it's...
Let me talk about mechanical keyboards.
Okay, go for it.
There's 4 different types of keys.
Ooh, I know. The A, S, D, and F key. No. Alright, fine, I'm
As
wrong.
I was saying,
I'm wrong.
how pretty. I love how pretty this SSD is.
Talking about mechanical keyboards here,
Anyway,
I love this
there-
hard drive.
There are... I use this Samsung on all my builds now.
I know.
There are cherry reds, cherry blues, cherry browns. I think there's another color, I don't remember what. But each color represents a different type of feel, a different type of actuation weight, and all of that makes a huge difference in the feel of the keyboard. So don't just try one and say, "Oh, I don't like that,"
Yeah.
because you may like one of the other ones.
Yeah.
For instance, I just went from a cherry blues from my Razer, and if you guys have seen any of my other live streams, it's extremely loud, to now the cherry reds, which are in this Corsair
Yeah.
that I'm using, and it's super quiet.
Yeah. But again, back to my membrane keyboard here that I was talking about. The membrane keyboard on my computer, or on my laptop, is actually very tactile. I mean, you press it and you know you pressed it, which is something I really like about it. It feels really, really, really good. It's not like a mechanical keyboard where you feel that spring and everything. I like the membrane. That's just me. Some people like mechanical, some people don't. I'm one of
I
the
almost
people who don't.
almost got a keyboard that wasn't mechanical when I was shopping for that. I do like the Logitech G series keyboards.
Yes, and I almost bought one of those
I don't like
as
the way
well.
the keys over time like rub off.
Yes.
The letters rub off.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that this keyboard here, you get something in there, you need to clean the keyboard, you just pull the key up, you pop the key right off, and then you can clean it, and then put it right back.
I did that and I broke my computer.
Well, I can do that, but then it broke.
Yeah, you can't do that with MacBooks. Well, you can. It's just they have really, really small clips, and it's very easy to break them. So I don't have a MacBook anymore.
I find that funny for some reason.
Don't hate on your MacBook Air. It serves a purpose. It's really good. Well, it's really... You know what? Some people are just born to serve as an example for others of what not to do.
Is that you?
In a lot of cases, yes. But the MacBook...
Hey, I had a MacBook Pro for 2 years.
I love MacBooks. The Macbook is not...
My wife
one of
still
them.
uses a MacBook, and it's a 2009 model.
Yeah.
Runs as fast as the day she... well, I bought it.
Browns are the quiet ones, yes.
Browns are quieter than these reds.
Yes.
But they have a stiffer spring, from what I understand.
That's correct. I almost bought a brown. But again, I didn't like the feel.
Nick would be jealous if you bought another brown.
I see what you did there.
I know, right? Yeah.
Nick is dark skinned.
Nick's a brother.
No, I really do like the MacBook Air. In fact, I almost bought one, but the $2,000 price tag at the time told me not to.
Yeah, they're expensive for what they are. Apple is extremely pricey. Yet they're a bit overpriced.
Can you build a gaming PC for $400?
No.
Yes,
Not
you
from
can.
scratch.
No,
And-
you can.
Okay, listen.
It can play Minesweeper,
Okay.
but no, you can't as far as actually playing gaming. No, you
Not
can't.
from scratch. And not to mention, you couldn't even get an operating system for that, which then leads you
Yeah.
to find out what you're going to do about that.
Honestly, the $800 gaming PC build is really, really good for a budget PC. But any lower than that, you're going to be sacrificing in some area.
I'm
And
going to be
even
putting together price builds on my on my channel, by the way. They won't be actual builds. They will be,
ideas.
they'll be build parts lists for certain price ranges. So I hope to give people some insight and education on that.
Happy birthday, Guitar Man, 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 man. 2112.
He's a real man.
If you like membrane keyboards and have a fat wad in your pocket, pick. Oh no, I will not get a Mad Catz part anymore.
Oh yeah.
My Game Boy had a light on it and it broke, and I'm never gonna get Mad Catz again. I missed my Game Boy Color. I used to play that in bed after my parents went to sleep, and one day my light went out and I needed to turn on my overhead light. I got in so much trouble. If I was old enough, I would have sued. It's the American dream.
To sue.
Yes. You can see if your case has a top-mounted PSU, then move it, or mod your case. Oh, that's not to me, that's the other Jake.
That was going, what are they talking about?
There's two Jakes, I'm sorry. Why do OSs cost so much? Because
They know you need them.
the amount of programming required is literally hundreds of millions of dollars to produce. Manpower actually creating the operating system, and they need to make that money somehow from
Alright, it's all together.
us. It's all together. Yay!
Warning's about as good as it's going to get. So to put that fan back there, I'll do that later.
You want to turn it on, make sure it works?
I'm going to. I'm
Alright.
just showing
Okay.
the hard drive in all these bays. Right there. It's so silly right there. Alright.
Can you buy custom side panels for cases? I only asked because I found some cases.
Some brands, yes. Mostly, like, Lee & Lee does.
Yeah.
But those are expensive cases. too.
One thing I would say is just make it yourself. If you got... I mean, really, if you have the saw required, And if you have the know-how and the skill and the patience and the time and not afraid to cut into something that you need, just go for it. It's fun. No, I understand they bought Cyborg.
Under the monitor down there is my
What am I looking for?
under the monitor back there.
Power cable?
No, the remote for my TV.
Remote?
Yeah.
Oh.
Under the monitor.
Oh. Behind the monitor?
This one.
Sorry.
3 wise men. Oh, geez, not 3 wise. He's just turning 21. Have you drank before? Sorry, not getting into that again. He's just talking about first drinks. Do 3 suicides and call it good. That's all I'm saying. I'm done. Okay. $350 operating or PC without an operating system monitor or keyboard.
God, you're going super bottom dollar. What game do you want to play?
It really does. That SSD is so lonely in there.
What did someone say? It's lonely.
Yeah. That's like having a baby and then giving it the master bedroom.
Look what I got.
Oh, my keyboard.
What, the keyboard you said you didn't like?
I hate that keyboard. For the
It's so dirty right now. Look at it. I don't even eat at my computer.
Postal 2. Wait, we did design your own case. Well, not really. We bought a case and then we hacked it up.
Who did?
We did. The $4,000 build?
Oh,
That window on there?
The window was custom. The drive bay removals was custom.
Yeah.
So many people were like, "Wait, you can't remove that top drive?" It's like, no, I
No.
know, right? You can on the NZXT. Look on the Switch.
We spent hours cutting that thing apart.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
You didn't even
spent hours.
You didn't even see when I was out there with the
No, I
saw.
didn't.
I did that before while you were gone.
All just the drilling alone, though,
Yeah.
to get that drive bay out.
It's true.
Is the 80? Wait, is the blank and 8320 good for a $1,000 budget build? It depends what the blank is, honestly. Why do they make a 32 and a 64? Because some people like even numbers and some people like larger even numbers. I don't know what
Look,
you're talking about.
First boot
32 and 64.
every time. I am so good at what I do. Look at that. It has no operating system, but JayzTwoCents is booted another. Oh, why am I talking about that? Anyway, there we go. It works.
Dork.
I still have to plug in the power cable for the front fan and the top fan because, as you can see, those aren't turning because I don't have those plugged in. Feel how hot this camera is. Microsoft's like, please just let me.
That's because it's
go."
looking at me. Duh.
Yeah, you're killing it. Anyway, there it is. It's all put together now. Any questions? I mean, it's built. It took me a lot longer than it would have if I weren't streaming, but hey, I felt bad for not being able to do a video for you guys.
Yeah, the operating, or the nice build for $650, that's basically what we did. Plus the $150 for the operating system. I think. I could be wrong on that one. the solitary state drive, that's funny.
The solitary state. I see what they did there.
Yeah. Okay. Which vid? Oh, check the $4,000 PC build.
What's the question?
If the video is up of a custom case.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a $4,000
It was like 2 months
PC.
ago, 3 months
yeah.
ago, something like that.
Sony Xperia Z or iPhone 5. Don't tell me the S4 or 4S. I'm guessing, or the S. Oh, the Galaxy S4. I've never even come in contact with an Xperia Z.
You're not checking Twitter anymore, are you?
No. There's one interaction.
My phone is like blown up over here. I don't know if I'm just not going all the way through.
No, I'm not getting anything. What's
I
the
have to scroll for days to get to the bottom of my phone.
What's the best $100 to $300 graphic card?
100 to 300?
Yeah.
That's such a huge range, guys. 100 to 300. You gotta realize you've just gone from bottom end 2 generations old to current mid end, and even high end if you go AMD. So you gotta pick a better price range than that, please. Set me up for failure here to answer that.
$660. Wait, where's TechWin? Oh, Terran. Terwanin? Oh, here it is. The 660 Ti.
The Ti is a good card.
Yeah.
It's faster than the 580 was.
Yeah.
More CUDA cores.
32-bit has programs that will not work on 64-bit. 64-bit has programs that wouldn't work on 32-bit.
I like the fact that this has a 3-way 5 volt, 7 volt, and 12 volt on the fans.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I leave it at 5 volt.
So now you don't need to control fan speed on that.
Mm-mm.
Sweetness.
Alright, we're up and running.
If you could get Windows 7 or Windows 8, which one would you get? Windows 7. I'm not going to get Windows 8.
I agree with the Windows 7 comment. Okay, I'm going to go into BIOS. We're going to temp check.
Uh-oh.
A lot of people don't realize BIOS actually puts a stress on your CPU. We're at 35 degrees, 34 degrees.
We did one. Insane Bomber.
Yep.
Check the $800 PC build. It's very similar to this
It's
one.
idling at 34 degrees at 4 gigs. I'd say we're good.
You're idling.
Somebody asked on Twitter what my opinion was on BenQ monitors. I've never used one. I've definitely heard mixed opinions on that.
It is kind of dark. I'm pointing that out now. But computer close eyes.
Computer prawn.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And I'm Jay the Builder.
Sup?
You want to see how hard I can punch? You think your sternum can take it?
See what I did there?
Because it's upside down.
Because it's upside down. So there you go. Computer prawns.
127 likes. Okay, if you've just joined, do me a favor. If you appreciate the fact that it's hot as shit in here because the AC's broke, they don't fix it till tomorrow, and I destroyed this place, and I invited this guy over.
And I naturally make things hotter because
Everybody click that like button because it helps. It strokes my ego. It makes me want to make more videos. It's at 128 likes right now. I want to see 199. I don't know. Click the like button. I want to see how high you guys make that go. And then I'm going to get out of here because there's no point in live streaming the installation of Windows 7.
And I need to go sell my car.
Yes, you do. 139. Keep it going, folks. So there she is. She all built from scratch. And if you're just joining, the specs: AMD FX 8350 with the Hyper 212 Evo on there. AMD 7870 GHz edition graphics card. Corsair CX600M power supply unit. Samsung 840 500 gigabyte SSD. Cases of Fractal Define R4. And
Mark,
What else am I
over
missing?
9,000.
over 9,000. How many PCs can you lift, bro? Oh yeah, definitely over 9,000. I'm a strong dude, but 141 likes.
There is a build log. In fact, the last live stream that I was actually in, we did a water cooling build that ended up taking 6 hours or something like that. So if you want to watch that, you can. Pretend like you're watching it live. And just, I'm ignoring all your questions.
He's like a sent from heaven. Look at that halo.
You're a freak.
Whatever.
The fastest GPU right now at $300 is a 7950 because of drivers.
Yeah, I would agree.
What about the passengers? Oh man, I'm funny.
Don't you have to go?
Yeah, I need to leave.
Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think of the stream layout with the dual cameras and all that stuff, and me destroying the crap out of the cleanliness of my office here, my little YouTube creativity location? I think this was a lot of fun.
Hey guys, everyone smile. We're gonna do a Snapchat. No, not you. Okay. There.
You should download Vine. Vine is fun. Did you see my Arnold?
No.
Did you see my Arnold in the drive-thru? Of course you didn't.
No, didn't.
All right, guys. Everyone say bye. Hit that like button.
Bye guys.
I've got to go now, but we're going to get on out of here. Appreciate you guys all watching. We built it together, and as you can see, it is running right there, and it's time to go. I've got to install the operating system, which is no fun whatsoever, and then I'm going to go to bed. And then I'm going to Vegas this weekend, because tomorrow is my Friday, and you know what I get to do tomorrow?
I know.
What?
Wake up.
Hopefully, if all goes well. I get to do e-cycling for our IT center. We get to take all of our stuff to the e-cycler. There's some good stuff in there too. I might salvage a little bit of it.
Nice.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Take it easy.
We're gonna turn off the stream now and
Glad you liked it all.
All right.
Bye.
Actually, I can just go to
It won't turn off.
it won't let me leave. Okay, it's gone now.
Bye. Alright. But I do need to leave.